This is the Yukon camp. Woo. Open 6. Oh, they say 9. No public building use that houses. This is where you can get food. Oh, I think I do have to get something here. Oh, this just sucks. I have to get something. No, son of a bitch. Okay. Leave t-shirts. Okay. Well, I finally found a place where they have gas that's more expensive than California. Hey, Arctic Circle. $5.50. Right here at the Yukon River. So, the last little bit to the Arctic Circle. I'm less than 60 miles. But yeah, this is the one. I started in Yukon base camp, which is a hell of a base camp. You know, there's only like 13 or 7 people who stay here year round. Really small. I did meet people here who were setting up summer camps. So they're setting up camps for basically at-risk youths who come up here. And because they're just absolutely isolated, so they won't have any access to cell phone, Wi-Fi, gaming, any of that stuff. They just go to these summer camps up here where they just do wilderness stuff, limited electricity, limited power, basically to take at-risk, I guess, youths who, you know, maybe they're getting into trouble, I guess, in juvie or whatnot. They didn't quite explain to me how the system worked, but they would go up there for several weeks and you would camp out in the summer, of course, because this the Yukon River will freeze over and be quite a hefty pile of snow during the winter. But they'll come up here and they'll just camp out, get away from bad influences, and just kind of like learn like wilderness survival techniques. But going up through here, it's just, you have to just sit back and just think of where you are. You're on the top of the world for all basic purposes. As you head towards the Arctic Circle, it basically comes down to this. The Arctic Circle, for those who don't know, is basically the latitude of the Earth where you can get 24 hours a day where the sun will not set. Now, that means the sun will not dip below the horizon. Now, far below this line, the sky will be light for most of the day, but the sun technically does dip just below, so you get kind of like a dusk, like early dawn, and it doesn't really get dark, and the stars do not come out. But it's up above the Arctic Circle where you can literally see the ball just go around the horizon. It doesn't get up too high, but it does not go below the horizon. Now this right here is a site, and I make sure to slow it down so that people can see it. I'm passing people on their way biking to the Arctic Circle. That is just, and I did meet a number of people who were actually biking their way up there. They've been at it for, I would assume, days. Most of them leave from Fairbanks. There's a small percentage of them who start at Anchorage. I didn't meet anybody, and I imagine someone, if you really timed it right, I guess you could start from the continental United States and kind of make your way up. But for the most part, everyone seems to like fly into Alaska or is already in the Alaska area and then starts their journey up. They don't start from, let's say, you know, Miami. The whole area is kind of odd and different. If I were to actually quantify this area, I would actually kind of call it a swamp. It is actually very swampy, and a lot of the stuff is very wet, and there are far more bugs than you could possibly imagine on this road. It's just because, I guess, you know, the snow just melts, and like there's just puddles and stuff. It doesn't rain a whole lot, but the snow just comes down and just melts and just kind of constantly, and it can't go down too far into the ground because I guess only a few feet down the ground is frozen. Now granted, it was 50 degrees, but the ground is frozen because of the permafrost, which again makes the road like absolutely terrible. I guess I should talk about the road a lot because I haven't really talked much about it. The road itself is awful. Now, a lot of the stretch, the road is just a dirt road. It's literally just pounds of dirt. The thing about this dirt road is that it's constantly, a dirt road is so much easier to repair than an asphalt road. When you get to the asphalt road, all you're going to find is potholes everywhere. And when they do have it, oh my God, it is constantly in a state of repair, it seems. There's constant stops where you're like, wow, they're gonna have to fix that, or part of the asphalt like cracked and half the road slid a little bit. It is just a god-awful road where there's asphalt. So much better when it's dirt. And the dirt road isn't that much better. I'm just thankful I wasn't riding this on a rainy day, because then it would just be mud the whole way. I doubt I would have come up here if it was like raining, because, oh God, I would not have wanted to ride on a dirt road in the rain as far as I did. This was just, I mean, it was challenging. I mean, it is actually very challenging. And talking to a lot of the people, you either want to do this in a Jeep or you want to do it in a motorcycle because you have the most maneuverability and you have the shocks and struts to actually take the road. There are plenty of people, I saw people who were trying to go up there in a motorhome or even hauling like camping gear, and they've got their pickup trucks and the things were just getting damaged left and right. It can take you a long time. For the most part, this is just scenic in beauty, and you just contemplate where you've been as you head to the Arctic Circle. Your first sign you're getting anywhere is, of course, when you bump into, of course, the sign that says Arctic Circle sign. This denotes when you're passing the actual latitude on the top of the world. Here we are, Arctic Circle. Not much of a view. Leap into life, just showing the life cycles here. Oh yeah, I gotta remember that. The Arctic Circle sign is kind of like a bit of a thing. It's funny is that you have two people who will give you a certificate once you get up here saying, hey, congratulations, you did it. On such and such a day, you made it to the Arctic Circle. Don't you feel great? And of course, behind the sign, there's a whole bunch of stickers where it shows you like people have plastered stickers on it denoting what. I just put a sticker I got from was it Arkansas or Alabama, a brew pub I was in there. I just slapped it on there because they had given it to me for free, and I said, hey, I'll put it on the Arctic Circle, and I tweeted back a photo of me doing it. But as for that, I was up here for a while. I might release some video of that later, but for the most part, the rest of this is just me heading back. It was a great experience. I loved every minute of it, and I do have a lot more footage. Maybe sometime I'll get around to like putting it together. But after you go north of there's a place called Coldfoot, which has a grand total of 7 people, some cabins, and again another Yukon River stop. But that's the last place where you can get gas, and then it's another 250 miles up to Dead Horse, which is the end of the line, which is right on the Arctic Ocean. The ocean is not that scenic. The whole ride out after that, it gets kind of flattened out except for a small mountain range, and it's just the tundra. Look at this. This is the Arctic. I mean, what can you say about it? The one thing you can say is that it's actually a little concerning is that so the wind is just whipping across. It's actually starting to blow me right and left. So I kind of want to put the head down and kind of like push through some of this. Can't stop as much as I want to because of it. But the real beauty, scenic, is just going up there. You're up there by yourself, and you've accomplished something that it's hard to describe. Just putting this accomplishment. It is definitely you're checking a box. I can understand a lot of people not wanting to do this because there's not much to see. But for me, it was incredibly worthwhile. I don't know if I'd do it again in a heartbeat, but if I were to do it again, I would probably go a little slower than I did and take a little more time. Not much animal life up there because again, 9 months out of the year, everything's pretty much uninhabitable. But it's just checking the box off the list. As for it all, absolutely worth it. You get to see the whole thing. And the last thing is just the dirt and stuff, because the road is not very well maintained. So there's plenty of stuff that just kind of kicks up and gets your visor dirty, gets the camera dirty. Oh, it is kind of like, even in non-rain, it's like a mud bowl. So, you know, that's going up to the Arctic Circle and back, and back I came. Oh, it was a journey, and I've done it.